All right, we're here with Coach T.J. Crater. We're doing a series of interviews with each of the event coaches going into the blue-white meet next weekend on December 11th. We'll start with the big guys here with Coach Crater and the throwers. T.J., can you tell us a little bit about how the fall training's going for your group?
Fall training this year has been going really well. We have a much tighter group than we've had since I've been here, and the quality of the training is a lot better. I think some of that is to people working a lot harder and a lot more focused on what they're trying to do, and then some of it is, I've been here for one more year, this being my third season, getting to know the individuals a little bit better. But on paper, we're further ahead of where we've been in the past, and everybody's pretty excited about where we're heading.
Okay, and obviously your two big returners, literally and figuratively, are Blake Eaton and Joe Kovacs. Joe was third indoors in the shot at the NCAA championships. Blake was third outdoors. So both those guys have kind of been around the block once or twice so far. What are your hopes? Well, first off, how are they looking this fall, and what are your hopes for them this coming season?
This fall, I think last year was not only like when the results was a great experience, but just going through the year was a great experience for them. It gave them a really good perspective on what they need to do to go back and what they need to do to, try to push that, that championship form. But they're looking great. They're having fun. They're excited about, their potential to come back. I know they won't say it out loud, but they're shooting for our school record, which is held by C.J. Hunter, and it's within reach for both of them. I think their goal is they want to be Big Ten champs, and beyond that, they want to do their best in national championships. And I'm sure, again, they probably wouldn't admit it, but they're both gunning to be national champions. But it's going to be a tough field to do that. But I think they're definitely in the conversation.
Then you've got a pretty deep men's group this year. Last year was kind of a younger group with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. What about the other guys within the throws group? What are your thoughts on them for the season?
I am very fired up about the young guys. Last year we were very young, and a lot of talent just maybe needed to mature a little bit. But the young guys, Nabil Mubarak, Logan Caldwell, Will Barr have stayed all summer. They've gotten stronger. They've built up. On top of that, you add in Jeff Wazinski, who's been around a little bit longer. He's come back stronger and fired up, and it seems like, not to jinx ourselves, but it seems like everybody's clicking really well right now as a group, and we're looking to, show a bigger presence at the Big Ten championships and, maybe beyond. I don't know, but we're at right now with the young guys. Our depth is pretty good.
Kind of conversely speaking to the guys group, the women's group is almost completely new, other than, Carly McQuillan, who was third in the NCAA javelin last year, and Anna Musio, who's, again, been around the block, team captain. So how are the new people fitting into the mold within the women's group?
The new people are fitting in very well, and it's weird. We are very, very talented on the women's side, but not a lot of experience. But they're fitting in well. We have Carly in the javelin. She's a 3-time All-American, had a great finish for us last year. She's been working harder than she ever has. She's been pushing herself. She's ready to come back, and I think she was more motivated by her finish last year than I've ever seen anybody. But behind her, we've got we brought in Kaitchen Dearborn, who's a multi-athlete, but also Laura Lote, two of the top javelin throwers out of high school last year. They're working hard. They're going to be better than they were in high school, we hope. They should be. They're training hard. And then also we've got some people like Megan Boyer and Olivia Mangan that can come in and hopefully contribute some points for us at the Big Ten level. And then in the shot, disc hammer group, we have Anna Musio, who last year had a really good breakout indoor season for us. Outdoors, unfortunately, she had some illness, that just kind of held her back from doing what she wanted to do and what we wanted her to do. But she's been training as hard as ever. She looks like she's going to be back on pace. And then with Jane Swenson and Taylor McNally, those are two girls that I think very highly of what they're going to be able to do for us this year. They're young, they're new to the program, but I think our goal for them is to be a presence at the Big Tens to start, and if they can hit some big throws outdoors, I think they'll have a chance of making the the top 48 or top whatever to get into the first round of NCAA's.
And then finally, as I said, blue-white meet coming up next week on the 11th. As everyone knows, different coaches kind of look for different things out of an inter squad. What are kind of your hopes, and what are you looking to see out of your group next weekend?
Well, I mean, every coach is, I think in the back of our minds, we're all hoping everybody comes out and throws out of their mind and has a big PR. Reality, that's probably not going to happen for everybody. It's the Saturday before our finals week. We have been training really hard this fall, and I'm trying to give all the athletes that perspective that we just want to be better, and if they go out and they throw a PR, that's great. I think we'll see some. But my goal is if we can be consistently, at our high end of where we've been training all fall, then, and we're confident about it, and we're excited by blue-white. I never want to use blue-white as a negative motivator, to scare people, into, oh my gosh, I've got to get better in 3 weeks. I always want it to be a positive experience. I want people to get fired up and go home for Christmas break and get excited about the season. So, each individual, that'll occur differently, but that's my goal, is everybody gets fired up, they have a good time, we throw far, and we get ready for the first meet on the 10th.
All right, Coach T.J. Crater, we will see you next weekend.